Welcome to WEFM's 3 p.m. news. I am your presenter, Jessica Klein. First on the local scene. Following Hurricane Beryl's impact, the United Nations has joined efforts to aid St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Grenada. In an AP report, UN Resident Coordinator for Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean, Simon Springett, highlighted that Beryl's destruction has become increasingly common, affecting lives on a significant scale. The UN's appeal for $9 million includes $5 million for Grenada and the remaining funds for St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The storm left thousands homeless, claimed at least 7 lives, and caused extensive damage to schools, businesses, and livelihoods across both regions. Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, Prime Minister of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, emphasized the severe impact on housing, public facilities, shorelines, fisheries, and tourism infrastructure. Prime Minister of Grenada, Decon Mitchell, expressed the dire situation, stating that the economy has been severely affected and requiring food support for the population in the coming months. Hurricane Beryl set a record as the earliest storm to rapidly intensify, with wind speeds increasing by over 63 miles per hour in just 24 hours. Within 48 hours, it escalated from an unnamed depression to a Category 4 hurricane, benefiting from unusually warm Atlantic waters that fueled its rapid growth. A 30-year-old laborer of Camden Park was arrested and charged with the offense of wounding by police on July 7, 2024. In an official release by the RSVGPF, Rafiq Prince allegedly, unlawfully, and maliciously wounded a 19-year-old laborer of Rose Place by striking him on his face with a metal chair. The offense occurred on July 4, 2024 at Rose Place. Prince appeared before the Kingston Magistrate Court on July 11, 2024, and pleaded not guilty to the charge. He was granted bail in the sum of 2,000 EC dollars with one surety and was also ordered not to contact the complainant. The matter has been adjourned to the 22nd of January, 2025. Still on the local scene, the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force, RSVGPF, has revealed an upcoming advanced forensic training program. This program is part of the force's dedication to training officers in cutting-edge crime scene forensic sciences. In partnership with the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Consulate in Canada and Detective Sergeant Peter Gendy from the Toronto Police Service as the main facilitator, the initiative aims to significantly boost the police force's forensic capabilities. Leading 40 officers through this program, Mr. Gendy will provide essential forensic skills training. Participants will engage in vital aspects of crime scene investigation, such as establishing paths of contamination, documenting crime scenes, locating, recording, collecting, and preserving evidence. The program will include a mix of lectures and practical hands-on exercises, offering a comprehensive educational experience. Scheduled to start on July 15, 2024 at 9 a.m., the training program will wrap up on the 19th of July, 2024. Furthermore, the SVG Consulate in Canada will contribute crime scene kits to the RSVGPF, enriching the force's forensic resources and supporting their commitment to upholding justice. On the regional scene, members of the Royal St. Vincent and On the regional scene, members of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force on Tuesday, 8th July, carried out another successful series of joint exercises, which resulted in 4 search warrants being executed and a number of items being seized. These operations involved officers from the Special Operations Team, the Bicycle Patrol Unit, the Vulnerable Persons Team, the Traffic Enforcement Team, Special Services Unit North, and the Gross Elite Police Station. In one residence, 1 male was arrested for the possession of a firearm, possession of ammunition, possession of cannabis resin, possession of cannabis, and possession of cannabis resin with the intent to supply. 35-year-old Irv Edmond was found to have one 9mm pistol, 59 rounds of 9mm ammunition, a quantity of cannabis resin, and a quantity of cannabis in his possession, which the officers seized. Edmond was charged by the Criminal Investigations Department in Gracie Lit with the respective offenses. He was escorted on July 10, 2024 to the Magistrates Court where he applied for bail. During the bail hearing, Edmond pleaded guilty to the offenses of possession of firearm, possession of ammunition, possession of cannabis resin, possession of cannabis, and possession of cannabis resin with the intent to supply. His fate is set to be determined at a later date regarding these offenses. The effectiveness of the proposed Serious Organized Crime Unit for the police in Barbados may be influenced by concerns raised by government authorities regarding potential corruption and public trust issues. Prime Minister Mia Mottley recently announced that the unit will concentrate on combating organized crimes and gangs, particularly in response to rising violent shootings. Mottley emphasized the importance of the unit, which will collaborate with other police divisions in addressing the increase in violent crime and ensuring the safety and security of Barbados' citizens. Professor Dwayne Devonish, an expert in management and organizational behavior at the University of the West Indies, UWI, advised policymakers to carefully plan the establishment of this unit. While recognizing the country's proactive approach to enhancing law enforcement capabilities, he emphasized both the advantages and risk involved. Devonish mentioned the potential benefits of reduced crime rates, improved investigation efficiency, and better gang disruption with the introduction of a specialized crime unit. However, he also highlighted the significant financial and resource requirements, potentially diverting attention from other crucial areas. Moreover, Devonish pointed out concerns about public perception, especially if aggressive policing tactics are viewed as unfairly targeting specific communities. To overcome these challenges and ensure the unit's success in improving public safety and combating organized crime, he recommended through thorough planning, sufficient resource allocation, and active community involvement. Finally, on the international scene, Chief of Police in Kenya, Japhet Koome, has stepped down following a series of violent protests against proposed tax increases that resulted in the death of more than 40 persons. The police have been accused by human rights organizations of shooting numerous protesters, which resulted in fatalities as well as abducting and arbitrarily detaining hundreds of others. The resignation took place after President William Ruto dismissed most of his cabinet under the pressure from the protest movement, predominantly led by young Kenyans online. 2 weeks ago, demonstrators breached Parliament after the controversial financial bill was passed by legislators. Subsequently, the police fired upon the protesters in the streets. Despite the president's retraction of the bill, protesters remained unsatisfied, demanding his resignation and planning further protests for additional reforms. Amidst the most significant crisis of his 2-year term, President Ruto recently met with opposition leader Raila Odinga to establish a 150-member dialogue panel to address the country's issues. This has been WEFM's 3 p.m. News. I have been your presenter, Jessica Klein. Join us again at 5:30 p.m. for WEFM's Evening News, and we thank you for listening.